Hey guys, it's Karrie and I'm here for a very special video. I am super excited about this. I alluded to it a little bit in my follow me around video when I was at Walmart. I said I was picking up something for it. This is going to be a collaboration video with Katie. Her channel is Hello Katie. I'm going to link all of her information below. Please go check her channel out, subscribe to her. I love her videos. They are so great. We are going to be doing a collaboration of spring cookies. And this is the one that I'm going to be doing. It's the Pillsbury Blue Raspberry Premium Cookie Mix. Now mine are not going to look exactly like this because I'm actually going to be calling them Blue Raspberry Cookie Cups with a lemon cream cheese icing. It's a long title, I know. And what I use is a mini cupcake pan to bake the cookies in. And I'm going to show you how I do it in my video. Then once you watch this, please go check Katie's channel out and watch her video. I'm going to link her information below. I love her channel. I'm just a teeny tiny bit jealous of how she does her videos. I love it. I need to take lessons from her. But I hope you enjoyed this video and her video as well. And we both really appreciate you guys watching our channels. And please enjoy this video. And thank you guys for watching all of the videos. I really appreciate it. These are the ingredients that I'm going to need for the cookies. I've got the Blue Raspberry Premium Cookie Mix by Pillsbury. I've got 1 egg and 1 softened stick of butter. I've got a bowl. I've got my mixer over to the side that you can't see. Sorry for getting my arm in the way. I've got my little mixer here. And I've also got this mini muffin. Whoops, let's get that in view. This mini muffin pan. I've already sprayed it with Pam, or just whatever cooking spray that you want to use. I'm going to mix up the cookies and use the muffin pan to bake them. If you don't have one of those mini muffin pans, just use a regular sheet pan, cookie pan, and you can make these cookies. But these are going to come out looking like little bitty, not quite like cupcakes, because the center of them will be a little bit depressed or kind of hollowed out. And then I'm going to fill those with icing, and I'm going to show you how to make the icing as well. As usual, when you're baking something, don't forget to start by washing your hands first. Then after that, the first thing that I'm going to do is crack the egg into the bowl. And try not to get any shells in the bowl. Then I'm going to add the butter, and I'm going to mix these two up first. Then add the cookie mix. I like to get these done first. Just my personal preference. I don't think it really matters. Oh, and the oven has been preheated to 375. As you can see at this point, it just looks kind of gross. It's just the butter and the egg. So now I'm going to add the cookie mix. That's what it looks like. Now start your mixer slowly or you're going to end up wearing this. It will go everywhere if you start this really fast or on high speed. This is what it looks like when you are done mixing it up. It'll just form into this kind of ball-like structure. And what I do, I use this as a scooper to get them out and put them in each one of those things. Sometimes, and I'm also going to spray the cookie, this little scooper with Pam. It just makes it easier to get out. So let me just do a couple and show you how it works. Then we'll just speed it up through there so you don't have to watch me do all of this. Just like that. And then I'll show you what I'm also going to do. Once they're all in there, I just kind of press them down lightly with my thumb or my finger, just to put an indentation in them. And then while they're baking, they kind of rise up a little bit. I just get a small spoon and use the back of it as they're probably halfway during the cooking process. And then press them down a little bit. Now, the box says to bake 8 to 10 minutes until the edges are set. These take maybe just a little bit longer because they're a little thicker in there and not as spread out, but make sure you watch them closely. You do not want to overbake them. This is what they look like when you've got them all in the pan. Just kind of press them down as best as you can. It doesn't have to be too fancy. Then they're going to go into a preheated oven at 375 degrees. While they're still hot, I just pulled them out of the oven. I'm just taking the back of a spoon and kind of doing this to make that little well inside, or a little indentation. If you think you've overfilled them, like I've overfilled this one, let me move it over just a little bit. You can actually just scoop some of this stuff out, and then I'm going to put them back in the oven just for a little bit to make sure the middles are done. But you can just scoop some stuff out if you don't like it. So that's what they look like when I've kind of just pressed the middles down a little bit. I'm just going to put them back in maybe for 1 minute just to make sure the insides of them are done. While I'm waiting on those to finish up in the oven, I was going to talk about the different icings, frostings, whatever you want to call it. I kind of use the word interchangeably. You can obviously purchase the ready-made one. This is the Pillsbury Creamy Supreme Blue Raspberry Frosting. You can go this route and just use that, and what you can do is just fill the cookies up with this. You can just do it with a spoon, or if you have a piping bag and a piping tip, you can use that. But what I have done is made my own. Now you're going to see me make this next. I pre-made this. This is what it looks like. This is a cream cheese lemon icing, and I'm sorry about the light. It's just got a big old glare on it right there. I filmed this video in 2 parts. I actually made this last night, and next you're going to see me make the icing. Just FYI, in case you ladies want to know, or guys want to know if you're watching this. And what I used for this, you're going to see that in the next part. But I'm going to be using this to fill them up instead of the ready-made. But it's completely up to you. I just wanted to give you a couple options. These are all the ingredients that I will be needing for the icing or frosting, whichever way you prefer to call it. I've got a 2-pound bag of powdered sugar. I just picked this up from Target. It's the Market Pantry. Get whatever kind you like. You're probably not going to need all 2 pounds, but that's what kind, the size that I got. You're going to need 1 stick of butter, 1 8-ounce brick or just pack of cream cheese, whatever you call that. I've also got 3 lemons over there. I'm not sure that I'm going to need all 3 lemons, but what I'm going to do is make like a very thin, syrupy-like kind of consistency to mix in with that. So I'm just going to use the lemon juice and the powdered sugar, and I'm just going to basically do it till it tastes right. And I just squeeze lemon juice, add powdered sugar, go kind of back and forth. It's going to be really runny but kind of thick and cloudy looking, and I will show you as I go along what I'm doing. And it may or may not take all 3 lemons. We're just going to see. And then what I'm going to do is mix the butter and then the cream cheese with a mixer until it's really smooth. Then I'm going to add about 1 pound of powdered sugar to that. It's just kind of a guesstimate. And then I'm going to mix that with the lemon juice and powdered sugar mixture. So I'm going to show you that's what I'm going to be doing. And this is going to be the icing frosting for the cookie cups. As you can see, I've got my really cute Mickey cutting board. I love Mickey Mouse. And I've got 1 of the lemons, so I'm just going to cut the lemon and squeeze it into this bowl right there. And then add some powdered sugar, kind of whisk it around, and I'll taste it. And when I'm tasting things, I'll get like a little spoon, and then I will not reuse that spoon because these are going to be shared with friends, and I always make sure my hands are always washed first before I get started doing any type of cooking, and we will just go on from here. So pretty much I'm just going to cut the lemon like this. And just squeeze it into this bowl. If there's any seeds in there, you can just dig them out once you squeeze the lemon. Or you can kind of like just squeeze it into your hand and let the juice fall through and catch the seeds. It's just your preference. I'm just grabbing the powdered sugar right here. And we're going to add some of this to that lemon juice. And I honestly just don't even measure it out. I just kind of dump till it looks right. And let me see if you guys can see this, because I am not watching the viewfinder. I've got the camera set up on a tripod, so I'm just standing out of actually the view of the viewfinder, and I'm not sure if everything's getting in there or not. Okay, that's how much is what it's looking like right now, and of course you're going to want to taste that, but I actually need more than that, so I'm going to do another lemon and more powdered sugar. Then I'm going to taste it and see how it tastes, and I may need to add more powdered sugar. That's kind of what it's looking like right now, and that's the consistency I'm looking for is this. I've got a bigger bowl out now for the cream cheese and the butter and the powdered sugar. I need a bigger bowl for that. And what I'm going to do is just get the get the cream cheese and the butter out, mix that up, and then start slowly adding this powdered sugar to this mixture. So this is pretty much what we've got in the bowl right now. And these were softened, so they were at room temperature for several hours before you get started. This is not going to mix well if they are cold. You want them to come up to room temperature, so leave them out for several hours. So I don't know if this light above it, I'm doing this on the stove. I just always use the top of the stove as my extra counter space, so I don't know if you guys can see because of the light, but that's kind of what it looks like so far. The consistency of it is right there. And then I'm just going to dump this. There we go. And one thing, when you add powdered sugar to anything, do not turn your mixer on high. Start out really slowly, or else you'll end up wearing it. Alright, I'm going to continue to mix this up some more, but I'm going to add this lemon juice powdered sugar mixture in now. I'm hoping you guys can see this because I'm trying to look in the viewfinder at the same time. So I'm just going to add that right into it, all of that. And then if I need to, I will add more powdered sugar to the mixture. Oh yes, this is looking like almost the perfect consistency. I'm going to move the camera and get this out from under the light, or move the camera over the bowl so you guys can see it. I just got to wash my hands first, or else I'm going to get this stuff all over the camera. So that's kind of just what it looks like right there. And I'm going to just put this in the refrigerator right now and let it sit for a while. So really, if you're wanting to do this frosting and use it for any type of cake or cookie, you can make this the night before, and I'll be honest, that's what I'm doing right now. The cookies are actually being made at a separate time than the frosting is going to be made, so I'm just told off on myself, but that's what I'm doing. These have been cooling for a little while, so I wanted to show you how I get them out. They just pretty much just easily pop right out, and I just stick them on a plate. Whoops, there they go. Finally got it in the viewfinder. That's all you do, and you can let them cool on the plate, and then when you're ready to put the frosting in, that's when you'll go for it. So that's just kind of what they look like. They'll look much cuter with the frosting in them. I'm going to be using a piping bag like this. If you don't have one of these, you can just use like a plastic zip baggie. And this is the tip that I'm going to use to pipe the frosting into the little cookie cups. I'm just going to get a spoonful of this out. I hope this is showing up in the camera. And then put it in like that, and then you just kind of shake it a little bit. I get another spoonful, and maybe a third one. And you want to keep your icing refrigerated when you're not using it. This is what it looks like. Then you just squeeze it down into the end. And you just grab it at the top and twist it a little bit, and it'll start to come out. And then I'm just going to fill. Can you guys see that, I hope? That is what it looks like. That is so much better for you guys to see those with that light off. I keep it on because it makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing, but it was a big old glare on those and you guys couldn't see. This is what they look like when I'm all done with them. I do have an empty spot down there on the end. As you can see, I couldn't resist. I had to eat one. So they turned out really well. I'm so proud of them. If you decide you don't like blue raspberry, Pillsbury makes other kinds of this cookie type brand or cookie type option. They've got pink lemonade. I think they've got key lime orange. I've tried all those others, but the blue raspberry is new this year, so I wanted to give those a try. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this collaboration video. And just keep watching. If you like these, just please give them a thumbs up. And definitely go check Katie's channel out. And definitely subscribe and give her a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye, everybody.